Let's go with it. We do this.
Welcome to this episode of Go Statesman TV. I'm Katie Smith. We're going to kick things off with football because the Statesmen had a huge game against number 14 Tarleton State here at Parker Field at McCool Stadium in Cleveland. Tarleton previously unbeaten. Let's see how the Statesmen fared against that. No Gulf South Conference implications here, but Statesmen looking to take down a ranked opponent at home for some possible postseason play. Delta State gets the opening possession but has to punt it away. Tarleton completes a pass here, but that is a fumble forced and recovered by DSU's Chris Norman. Delta can't capitalize on the turnover. The Texans' next drive ends in a field goal, and with about 7 minutes to play in the first quarter, DSU trails 3-0. First play from scrimmage on the next possession, Richard Freelon busts through the defense for an 18-yard gain. Delta State works its way downfield. Sullivan to Casey Osborne. He hits a few holes. Touchdown, Statesmen. 14-yard score for Osborne, and Delta State takes the lead 7-3 in the first quarter. Second quarter action now. Tarleton scores, so the Statesmen trail 10-7. Another big first play from the line of scrimmage here. Sullivan to Patrick Bethley, a 20-yard pickup. But DSU eventually punts it away. Tarleton ball. Quarterback is sacked by Diego Lubin. He loses the ball. It's recovered by Norman. Norman takes it into the end zone. Statesmen back in the lead, 14-10. Time runs out on the first half. Into the locker room, Delta State trails Tarleton State 24-14. Let's take it to the third quarter. Tarleton gets the opening possession, but that comes to a halt right here. Warren easily intercepts the ball for the DSU defense. Different drive for the Statesmen here, but watch Sullivan air it out. This one goes to Ricky Hunt. He's into the end zone for a 52-yard score. Delta State cuts the lead to 3, down 24-21. Late in the third quarter, 2nd down and 8 from DSU's own 14. Sullivan hits Osborne, touchdown saving tackle, but Osborne picks up 26 yards. Sullivan connecting with his receivers very well. Another long ball to Hunt, 43 yards on this one. Statesmen in prime position to score 2 plays later. That's what happens. Sullivan to tight end Reed Faulkner. He's free and clear for the score, and Reed's pretty excited about it. Statesmen take the lead 28-24. Fourth quarter now, and this is where things get interesting. Tarleton kicks a field goal, cuts DSU's lead to 1, but the Statesmen respond. Sullivan to Patrick Bethley for a 64-yard touchdown. Delta State leads 35-27. Tarleton scores again, making it 35-33 Delta State. Then the Texans knock more than 6 minutes off the clock with another drive that ends in a field goal, and Tarleton takes the lead with a minute left to play. But that's where the Statesmen and Tyler Sullivan shine. 13-yard pass to Casey Osborne, complete. The freshman QB sees a hole, tucks it, and runs. 13-yard pickup and a first down for Delta State. Again to Osborne, 14-yard gain, first down, and the ball is at the Tarleton 16. 2 plays later, Vince Sherrata for the game winner, and it is 33 yards straight through the uprights. Delta State knocks off 14th ranked and previously unbeaten Tarleton State in Cleveland. Final score 38-36 Statesmen.
When it's up in the air, I mean, usually you can tell right away if I made it or miss it, and that one I just knew that I made it as soon as it came.
Yeah, he really focuses in when the game's on the line. I felt good about sending him out there. I felt good about him sending him out there in the first half. I mean, and he hit a good kick. It's just a little out of his range, a little windy, a little cooler tonight, but yeah, man, he's clutch. He's clutch, and just a very, very proud night for us. Great team win. You know, the fans were here, were electric. They got into it in the fourth quarter. They helped us. And man, we're so excited. I'm so proud of them because they just kept fighting. They kept scratching, and it was a team win, real good win.
I just know that when it comes down to that, I just got to do it for my family, and those guys are my family, so that's what I got to do.
In Sullivan's first start for Delta State, he finished 33 of 49 passing for 422 yards and 4 touchdowns. He ran the ball 9 times for 43 yards. Bethley led the receiving corps with 4 catches for 97 yards. Hunt totaled 96 yards, and Osborne had 6 catches for 80 yards. Freelon was the top running back with 5 carries for 26 yards.
Just came together in the second half, started executing. I think right before the end of the half, I thought Tyler Sullivan started to get a little more comfortable, and he made some big throws in the second half and made some big plays. And you know, I was excited about us offensively in the second half. I thought our defense did a good job of holding them, start the third quarter, which was big. We had a lead going in the fourth quarter, and our defense got a little gassed. They played a lot of minutes in the first half. I hadn't looked at the stats, but I know they were out there a lot because we weren't on offense very much. And but they just kept fighting and kept scratching, and I'm just proud of them right now.
With the win, Statesman football improves to 4-2 on the season.
This is a huge win, actually. We get our momentum going for when we go down to play on TV again and hopefully redeem ourselves. So, yeah, this is a good win.
It's a big win for us. They were undefeated. It's a huge win for us. It keeps us undefeated at home, which was big. It keeps us hopefully in postseason play, the hunt, you know, at least the talk. And that's what we're gunning for. But we know we got to turn back around with a short week, go to shorter. Going to be tough. We're going to come in early in the morning, go back to work, and get our guys ready to roll next week.
And that's how you do a big win. Last second field goal, Statesmen win 38-36. I'm Katie Smith for GoStatesmenTV. We'll have more coming up after the break.
Abraham's in historic downtown Cleveland has clothed the Delta since 1979. Shirts, sweaters, and khakis by Southern Tide and Polo are favorites on all college campuses. Costa sunglasses with mountain khakis and jeans by Big Star, True Religion, and Silver. Abraham's has a large assortment of the North Face and Patagonia outerwear for men, women, and children. Cole Haan and Tom shoes, plus the finest tie collection in Mississippi. Team up with dress shirts by Polo and Ike Behar. Abraham's carries a large inventory of fine suits and sport coats by Ralph Lauren, S. Cohen, and Abraham's own private label. Abraham's in historic downtown Cleveland.
Millions of people grow up in a family of immigrants. But not everyone stops at nothing to reach their dream. Even fewer have the patience, passion, and perseverance to achieve success. A dream is for those who sleep. I live mine. I'm Pitbull, and I'm one of a kind. Darling.
As an economist, I meet with many business leaders who just don't understand the true cost of documents. Unmanaged fleets, dysfunctional workflow, it's chaos. It's profit-killing chaos.
Mississippi-owned and operated, the Image Specialist in Southern Duplicating is Mississippi's only full-line Kyocera dealer. Kyocera's full-line copiers, printer, and faxes offer robust work solutions while offering industry-leading lowest total cost of ownership. Offering rental, leasing, and purchasing options, let the Image Specialist in Southern Duplicating help grow your business.
North Sunflower Medical Center in Rouville is proud to announce the addition of board-certified orthopedic surgeon Dr. Wayne Dotson to our team. An orthopedic surgeon treats musculoskeletal trauma, skeletal disease, and sports injuries using both surgical and non-surgical techniques, including joint replacement, arthroscopic surgery, and more. Dr. Dotson has extensive experience in the Delta and beyond, using the latest in surgical techniques when needed to ensure a healthy and speedy recovery. Call or have your provider refer you to Dr. Wayne Dotson for a consultation and find out why more people are saying, "Take me to Rouville."
Welcome back to Go Statesman TV. I'm Katie Smith coming to you from Delta Field. Statesman and Lady Statesman Soccer played 2 games on Friday and Sunday against Shorter and Lee. Let's see how that turned out. Starting things off with the Lady Statesmen against Shorter. We'll pick up the action with about 7 minutes to play in the first half. Score tied 1-1. Lady Hawks keeper looking to start something for her team, but the kick is right to DSU's Tabitha Hayden. She takes a shot, but it's just over the crossbar. Rebecca Deegan taking the corner kick here. It's nice and high off Bailey Saby's head, but once again just over the bar. Shorter looking to score again here. Delta State keeper Megan Galloway with the save. Shorter manages to score. Lady Statesman down 2-1. May on a free kick. She sends it in, tipped just outside the goal. Lady Statesmen run out of chances and fall to the Lady Hawks 2-1. Moving on to the men's game between Delta State and Shorter. Early on, Jackson Lambert's shot is caught by the keeper. Second half, Amin Rahmani fires it in, but it bounces off the crossbar. Just seconds left in the game. Russ Alvarez takes the pass, chips it in. Statesmen score but suffer a 3-1 loss to Shorter. Let's move to Sunday's action at Delta Field. Lady Statesmen ready to take on Lee, the newest member of the Gulf South Conference. Megan Galloway back in goal for Delta State, knocking down a shot from Lee in the first half there. Lady Statesmen controlling the ball with about 15 minutes to go in the half. Lauren May passes out to Peyton Pearson. She stays in front of the defender and puts the ball in the back of the net. Delta State takes a 1-0 lead. Unfortunately, that didn't last long. The Lady Statesmen end up falling to a very good lead team, 5-1.
I think that we performed well. I think that we had a few objectives that we wanted to try and meet, and the girls went out and did exactly what we asked them to do. That team within the next few weeks, I think, will be top 5 in the country, and the girls hung with them for most of the game. We scored first, and the girls did everything we asked them to do. We even had an opportunity to work on some things that we want to work on for the next 3 games, and we actually also got to play a lot of players that usually don't play. So I think it was all around a good performance by the girls, and I was proud of them. For me, again, we talked a lot about making sure that we went out there and we did it together. We did it as a family, and with discipline, and that's what I saw. I saw for the majority of the game, the girls pulling together and fixing things when they needed to, and communicating over. And we need to continue to do a better job of that. But a lot of team spirit as well. We were even the girls on the sideline were making sure they were communicating and staying in the game, and team spirit was high as well.
One big positive from the game, Delta State absolutely shut down one of Lee's top strikers.
We played Kylie back there. Kylie's a sophomore, and we know that she's a good player, Kylie. And when we play her in the back line, she really helps us, and she shut her down, and I think they noticed that as well. Her ability, and the players in front of her, did their job as well. Peyton made sure that she recovered when she needed to. They stayed tight. They doubled down on her when they needed to. I think as a whole, we just absolutely defended in a disciplined manner with a lot of character.
The Lady Statesmen have West Alabama, West Florida, and Christian Brothers left on the schedule.
For us, we've still got conference in our sights. We need 4 points out of the next 3 games. With a tie and a win, we get in, and I feel like we can accomplish that. We play some good teams. It's not going to be easy, but at the same time, I have belief in the girls, and we've set those goals for ourselves, and till the very end, we'll try to do the things that it takes to reach those goals.
Prior to the men's matchup with Lee, the Statesmen honored their seniors: Jonathan Bogus, Milos Boscovich, Mason McAnally, Fraser Payne, Jack Pilley, Abraham Salih, Joe Stockglosner, and manager Matt DeFelips.
I told them from the beginning I'm their 3rd guy in 4 years. So my big challenge was to get them to believe me in what I'm saying, and they totally have. They've committed to the team, and it's playing a positive role.
Game time for the Statesmen, and this is truly a team that just keeps fighting. Down 2-0 in the second half, Jackson Lambert decides to just put it straight in the goal, bounced off the crossbar and down into the net. Delta State cuts the lead to 1. Just a few minutes later, Lambert again. This time it's a penalty kick. Goalie goes one way, Lambert goes the other. Just like that, it's a tie game. Unfortunately, Lee would get the go-ahead goal in this one and hang on to win it 3-2 over the Statesmen.
It's been rough. We're just not doing enough, I guess, in the end to come out with the win. But it's never. I guess it hurts because you don't get beat. We're making silly mistakes that we're getting punished for. So, we got to learn. We got to learn how to do that. How to win. It's a credit to them. That's what I told them after the game. I said their work ethic and their drive in the game is outstanding. We got to continue with that, and I think things will turn around. Scored a great free kick, and Jackson made a great run in the box to get a penalty, and he put that away as well. And it's just we've got to eliminate mistakes of getting scored on. So that's what where we'll move going forward.
For GoStatesmenTV, I'm Katie Smith. We'll have more coming up right after this.
As an economist, I meet with many business leaders who just don't understand the true cost of documents. Unmanaged fleets, dysfunctional workflow, it's chaos. It's profit-killing chaos.
Mississippi-owned and operated, the Image Specialist in Southern Duplicating is Mississippi's only full-line Kyocera dealer. Kyocera's full-line copiers, printer, and faxes offer robust work solutions while offering industry-leading lowest total cost of ownership. Offering rental, leasing, and purchasing options, let the Image Specialist in Southern Duplicating help grow your business. Abraham's in historic downtown Cleveland has Clovis Delta since 1979. Shirts, sweaters, and khakis by Southern Tide and Polo are favorites on all college campuses. Costa sunglasses with mountain khakis and jeans by Big Star, True Religion, and Silver. Abraham's has a large assortment of the North Face and Patagonia outerwear for men, women, and children. Cole Haan and Tom Shoes, plus the finest tie collection in Mississippi. Team up with dress shirts by Polo and Ike Behar. Abraham's carries a large inventory of fine suits and sport coats by Ralph Lauren, S. Cohen, and Abraham's own private label. Abraham's in historic downtown Cleveland.
Millions of girls are told they're pretty. But not many end up becoming a model. Even fewer decide to put their face in front of someone who wants to rearrange it. And now, instead of fighting for a cover shot, I'm fighting for gold. I'm Michaela Mayer, and I'm one of a kind.
Welcome back to Go Statesman TV. I'm Caroline George.
And I'm Philip Tang. Tuesday, October 15th was the first official day that both the Lady Statesman and the Statesman could open basketball practice. And Caroline, such an exciting time for teams to finally get out and practice on the courts.
Coach Midlick was saying he was really excited to get everybody on the floor again for more than an hour, and they worked a lot on defense yesterday.
And Coach Boone did the same thing. Defense always such a key thing early on, especially you got to set the tone. He used every second of practice that he could.
It is our first official day. It is our second day of full practice. As everybody knows, we saved our 2 hours and went on Monday. Monday was absolutely outstanding, and we really pushed them to the hilt. We went the full 2 hour limit that we had. And today, our second day of the first official day of practice, we went 2 hours and almost 30 minutes, which is a lot for us because with the pace that we go, we really rarely ever go over 2:10, 2:15. But I wanted to push them today and see just how we could progress through the full practice. And I was very impressed. I thought they did a great job with it. First of all, one of the things that's really important at this time of the year is your conditioning level. And for us to go through our second day of practice as hard as we went and get through a full 2 hours and almost 30 minutes was very good. So our conditioning level was outstanding. I thought that some of the guys on our team are really doing a great job of picking up what we want offensively, and it is very evident that we have really stressed in the preseason taking great shots, taking care of the basketball, and defensively particularly blocking out. I thought we did a really good job for the most part of blocking out. That normally is not the case in your first 2 or 3 practices. That doesn't happen until you progress for 4, 5, 6, 7 days. But I feel really good about where we are right now.
Practice is hard, you know, but we do this to prepare for the games because the games are going to be hard. So we practice hard and we just have a high intense level of play. Today was pressure on the ball. There's a lot of good teams in our league, so we got to pressure the ball and be able to do it consistent. Defense altogether, that's what we base our whole team around is defense and being the toughest defensive team, so working on the defense and getting better.
Grit and grind, you know, that's kind of been the slogan for our team this year. And we've got to understand that we've got to get to the third and fourth side of a possession and not take the quick jump shot. Quick jump shots aren't going to win games for you in the long haul. We've got to be an inside, 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 and inside some more team. That being said, we've got a couple of guys that really do well in shooting the basketball, particularly from the perimeter, and we want to take advantage of that. What we're trying to do right now is instill on them that it is getting the ball changed and getting to that third and fourth side of the possession.
The Statesmen were really working hard at practice, and I'm sure the Lady Statesmen had the exact same thing.
Oh yeah, they were working real hard. Coach Midlick and the girls were both really excited to get on the floor. Coach Midlick even said it was like Christmas Day for coaches.
It was. We're excited to be out here. I think the young ladies were excited. It's sloppy as it's going to be in October. We tried to keep the drills short with them. Got a little tired towards the end, but definitely a lot to work with. And they basically had enthusiasm and tried to do what we asked them to do throughout practice.
Everybody was ready. That's why you see how loud we are now. Practice is over, we're tired, but we're still excited because we're back on the court together.
I think our defense, as far as a team and knowing where to be off the basketball is way ahead of where it was last year. I think this practice overall is more competitive. We have more numbers, we have more depth in the post especially. I think some of our newcomers are challenging Randy and Seneca. Hopefully that'll make them better players, and Seneca and Randy are challenging them as well. So definitely depth, and definitely I think they've learned a little bit more defensively where to be. We have to take care of the basketball on offense, really two things. We haven't put a lot of our offense in, so I'll chalk it up to that. That when we did go live, we asked them to freelance, and I think that will get better when we put in our offense. And secondly, we have to talk more. When we get a little bit tired, we kind of shut down, we didn't talk. So be able to kind of fight through when you're tired and communicate with your teammates.
As you can see from the video, Coach Midlick and the Lady Statesmen hit the court hard for their first official team practice of the year. They're all getting ready for their first game against Mississippi Valley.
It's an exhibition game for both the Statesmen and the Lady Statesmen as they take on Mississippi Valley November 4th. That's a Monday at 5:30 and 7:30 right here at Walters Sillars Coliseum.
Both teams have played Mississippi Valley before in previous seasons. They are an in-state rival, and they're also a Division I school.
For Caroline George, I'm Philip Tang.
Thanks for watching.
Let's now take a look at the Delta State golf team. I'm here with Zach Pritchett, a freshman who won the Darrell Foreman Classic right here at Delta State in September. Now, first tournament coming in, what are your emotions going through, playing through the tough weather that we had here?
Well, I know I've been practicing pretty hard, and I've been putting a lot of effort in for this tournament, and I felt really good going into this tournament. And like I've always been told, if you hit fairways and greens, you always have a good chance of coming out with the W, and that's what I did to pull off the victory in this hard conditions and weather.
Now, as a freshman, what's it like the difference between coming in from high school and playing at the collegiate level?
It's a whole lot different. Most of these guys that you play against besides high school, all these guys got game, and it shows you where your game's at.
Now, how has Coach Dunning and Allie Maxwell, the assistant coach, helped you improve your game in the few months you've been here?
First of all, I want to give thanks to Coach Dunning anyways, because he's the one who got me here and gave me the opportunity to show my skills. But they're great golf coaches, and they've done a lot to help me get to where I'm at.
Now, what do you need to work on a daily basis when you go out to the golf course? Because golf is a different sport than a team when you have to work it together. You work individually. What do you work on each and every day?
Getting consistent.
So what type of consistency are you looking for?
Hitting fairways and greens.
Now, when you're on those greens, when you're reading a green, what do you look for as you're watching it?
Where the grain moves. Most of the time, the grain grows towards the sun. And that's usually the way the ball will break towards the hole.
So when you're looking towards the way the sun makes the grass, when you curve it, how do you curve a golf ball?
The grass moves it.
The grass moves it that way? Okay.
That's the way the grain's moving.
So as you move forward now this season, what are you looking for as you go next tournament and the tournament after that?
To keep practicing really hard and do great things for Delta State golf.
Well, Zach, thank you so much for being with us. Back with more Statesman TV right after this.
North Sunflower Medical Center now offers pediatric dentistry performed by Dr. Neil Quinton of Greenville, Mississippi. From tooth-colored fillings to all types of extractions, white or stainless steel crowns, surgical procedures, or sealants, Dr. Quinton is now available as a pediatric dental surgeon as part of our surgery team at North Sunflower Medical Center. If your child is in need of a dental procedure but may need to be under general anesthesia, contact North Sunflower Medical Center for a consultation with Dr. Neil Quinton and see why people are saying, "Take me to Louisville."
As an economist, I meet with many business leaders who just don't understand the true cost of documents. Unmanaged fleets, dysfunctional workflow, it's chaos. It's profit-killing chaos.
Mississippi owned and operated, the image specialist in Southern Duplicating is Mississippi's only full-line Kyocera dealer. Kyocera's full-line copiers, printer, and faxes offer robust work solutions while offering industry-leading lowest total cost of ownership. Offering rental, leasing, and purchasing options, let the image specialist in Southern Duplicating help grow your business.
Millions of people grow up in a family of immigrants. But not everyone stops at nothing to reach their dream. Even fewer have the patience, passion, and perseverance to achieve success. A dream is for those who sleep. I live mine. I'm Pitbull, and I'm one of a kind. Darling.
Abraham's, an historic downtown Cleveland, has clothed the Delta since 1979. Shirts, sweaters, and khakis by Southern Tide and Polo are favorites on all college campuses. Costa sunglasses with mountain khakis and jeans by Big Star, True Religion, and Silver. Abraham's has a large assortment of the North Face and Patagonia outerwear for men, women, and children. Cole Haan and Tom shoes, plus the finest tie collection in Mississippi. Team up with dress shirts by Polo and Ike Behar. Abraham's carries a large inventory of fine suits and sport coats by Ralph Lauren, S. Cohen, and Abraham's own private label. Abraham's in historic downtown Cleveland.
Let's wrap up this Go Statesman TV with a little baseball. It may be October, but it's always baseball season here at Ferris Field. It was a huge weekend for Statesman and former Statesman as baseball wrapped up its fall practice, getting a chance to get out on the field before the cold weather hits, but also former Statesman back in town for the biannual reunion, and it's a big and awesome event.
We have 15 new players on our squad. We lost 14 off of last year's team, so there's a lot of new faces and a lot of changing of the guard, so to speak. Fall baseball is when you experiment. You know, can a guy learn to play another position? Can a reliever move into a starter role? So you have to answer all those questions in 24 days because the next time we get to assemble as a team is over in January. We've had some good surprises, I think, and in one sense, we recruit these guys, so we hope there aren't a lot of surprises. We hope they're as good as advertised, and I think that's the case. We have Benji Sullivan's been very good in the infield for us. We've liked what we've seen there. Of course, you always measure how far your team can go by your pitching staff, and we feel like there have been some nice additions on the mound, and Whit Haggard, Nick Goza, Jonathan Moody. We look at the development of some of our younger players like a Drew Milligan, who we think is ready to step up and take a bigger role for us this year. And you mix that in with the returning guys that you supposedly know what you're going to get. A Casey Hinton, who returns at second base and was so steady for us last year. Brent Langston, a senior at first base. Jordan Chovanec, of course, in center field.
Statesman baseball wrapped up fall ball with 3 inter-squad games. If you're keeping count, the white team won the first 2 games and the green team took the third. Several former players were able to attend the final game because it was also the Statesman Baseball Alumni Weekend. Players, coaches, managers, trainers, and their families came back to Cleveland to celebrate and reminisce about Delta State baseball. There was a golf event at the Cleveland Country Club and a packed house at the Wyatt Physical Education Center Saturday morning for a luncheon. Head coach Mike Kinnison updated former Statesmen about the current team, and Delta State legends Coach Boo Ferris and Coach Bill Marchant addressed their former athletes. Then, the real fun began. The baseball alumni hit the diamond at Ferris Field for introductions, then the guys suited up and played in the always entertaining alumni game.
It's absolutely first on my list as far as things to do and things that I want to do, and coming back and paying my respects to Coach Ferris, to Delta State University for all it's meant to me personally. And to see all of my teammates and guys that have come through the program that I've met over the years. It's a wonderful event, and we're all here, obviously, to pay respects to Coach Marchant and Coach Kinnison, but we all know who this day is all about, and that is to come and honor Coach Ferris.
Well, it's good to come back. We get to see a lot of our players, some of our old teammates, and of course some of the people that help support us. And a real good thing about Delta State is you get to see some of the professors that were here and a lot of the administrators. They also come out to see you. So it's like a family reunion.
Oh, just the reuniting with all the ex-teammates, the ex-coaches, getting to suit it up one more time in the locker room. You know, you kind of think you're done with that, and then that's really special. Getting to swing again. You know, I noticed this wind is coming in from the north again, coming in from left field, so us hitters don't love that at all. But we'll try to go right center a little bit, maybe keep some line drives. But we don't miss it. It's really special. I think personally having it every 2 years makes it even better because it's not quite as monotonous. So everybody knows when it comes up. My wife knows. I put the date on, and she's like, I'll see you Saturday afternoon. So it's a great thing.
Thanks for watching this episode of Go Statesmen TV. I'm Katie Smith. We'll see you next week.
What's up with it? We do this.